You are tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene Motivates, and as I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Shout out to all the channel members. If you want to gain further support, join Marlene Motivates membership. Hey everybody, how are you doing? It's Marlene Motivates, your channel for motivation, inspiration, positivity, all of those things. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and hit the like. I'd really appreciate it. How are you, Motivators family, doing today? I hope your week has been good so far. And yeah, we're going to get into some great motivation and inspiration and give the message because I think everybody needs to hear it. So, welcome in. We have Jenny Productions. How are you doing, Jenny? Welcome in. Hey, Miss Tamika, how are you doing? I hope all is well with you. Thank you so much all for being here, and thank you so much for watching the ads. Hey, Colton, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happy Hump Day Wednesday to everybody. So, today on the show, we're going to be talking about, our life. And I want to remind you, not that you don't know, but we get off track a lot of times from our purpose in our life. And we have to remind ourselves that this is my life and get into being focused all over again. It's your life, and you have to make choices that shows that it's your life and not others. So First, I want to start off by saying how proud I am of all of you motivators. It is a struggle each and every day for us to just be, to just exist. And I'm proud of you for the struggles, for the things that you're dealing with behind the scenes. Because, like I always say, nobody knows your life. Nobody knows what you're going through. Nobody knows what you're dealing with. Yeah, nobody knows that. Oh, awesome, Jenny. I'm doing great. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're doing well. And that's one of the things that I had to learn for myself is learning to prioritize myself. That's one of the things about life is that you could be so busy doing so many things, supporting everybody in your life, loving all of these people in your life. And at the end of the day, they don't care about you. They're basically just using you. Hey, Miss Roxanne, how are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And that's one of the things that I know I personally I had to learn. I had to learn how to love myself. And to all of you motivators in the struggle of this life, learn more how to love yourself. Because yes, you have other people that you care about. There's other people that you love, but you should never love others more than you love yourself. You should never allow other people to stop you, slow you down, or block you from your peace of mind. You should never allow other people to take you down, to put you in a negative space, to get you off track from your focus. And that is what we're going to be talking about today. It's just a reminder that this is your life, and we have to make decisions in order for our life to go in the best direction possible. Okay. And it's something that I not only want that for you, but I want it for myself. When I speak to all of you motivators family, I'm speaking to myself because it's important for us to continue to encourage ourselves, remind ourselves, and celebrate ourselves that no matter what we have been through in our life, remind yourself this is my life. It's about taking our power back, because sometimes we get off track from our purpose, we get off track from our plan, we get off track from our life, and we lose our focus. So, this is just an encouragement. This is my life. This is your life, a message of concentration. We know that it's very important the things that we think about. What you focus on, what you think about is who you become. And if you tend to put so much energy into other people, but you're not putting that same energy into yourself, there is so much power that comes in restoring, recharging, allowing yourself to be free from certain things, thinking that, oh, I have to do this for everybody. I have to do this for this person and that person. But what is the last thing that you did for you? We're going to talk about that in today's discussion. This is my life. This is your life, a message of concentration. So, what are some of the things that we tend to focus our life on? Okay. One thing that we focus our mind on is the people that we love, people we care about. And that's a major concentration of our life. We concentrate so much time, so much effort, so much energy into making them happy, filling them up. We love our relatives. We love our loved ones or other people in our life, people that we care about. That's only natural. But the issue is when we put too much concentration on what they think, what they want, what they're doing, and we don't put any concentration back on ourselves. Hey, Sirius, how are you doing? Welcome in. I appreciate you being here. Happy Wednesday. Mod on deck. Thank you so much. And I think that that's where the problem lies for many of us. And it was where the problem lied for me because I had put so much time supporting other people, but I had stopped supporting myself. Hey, James, how are you doing? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Happy Wednesday to you. I hope all is well with you. And if you guys could please hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. We put so much effort and into our relatives, namely, the biggest focus is your children and your parents. We put a lot of energy and time into making them happy, into doing the things that they want, doing the things that we feel that they want for us. We put so much energy into making them happy. But the problem with that is we're putting so much of our time, our effort, our energy into them, and we're not pouring into ourselves. That's why this is such an important lesson for us to start reminding ourselves, I'm important too. I am somebody. I can do some great things. And that's where we're going to continue on the next point. Awesome, James. I'm glad that you're doing well. I'm doing good myself. Thank you so much. It's very important for us to go back, for some people, not all, but some of you motivators, you're in a space where you're feeling really good about yourself. You've taken your power back and you're focused on doing you. But some of my motivators family are just beginning in that walk of self-love, of self-concentration, of self-awareness, self-respect, and that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. We have to put the oxygen mask on ourselves and learn to love ourselves. That is so good for us. Yes, thank you so much, James. And this is a reminder that there are a lot of people who will try to take the control, right? They'll try to take the control and control your life, right? They want to have you just like a puppet, that you have to do what I say. And if you don't do what they say, they're upset, they're angry, they'll spread rumors, they'll spread lies, they will do really hurtful things to us, harmful things to us. And we have to realize that we can't build with everybody. We can't support everybody. We have to focus our energy on us first, and then everybody else in our life should come after that. And I know that it is easier said than done, but it's something very important. Oh, Sirius, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you know what I have to do when that super chat hits? Thank you so much, Sirius. I really do appreciate it. Let's see. Here we are. When the super chat hits. Thank you, Sirius. Thank you, Sirius. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, James. And that is the biggest issue, right? Don't be a puppet. We were not born with strings. But the whole problem about that is that most of us are so used to supporting and encouraging and thinking that we have to, right? We feel that we have to be there for other people. We feel that we have to be supportive of other people, and we don't. Especially when our relatives, our family members, our children, our spouses, they make us feel that we have to, that we have no other choice, but we do. You have a choice to make, and every day you must make a choice to love yourself. Yes, James is dancing in the chat. Hey, Miss Puzzle Pieces, how are you doing? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Yeah, Panda is cute, right? Yes, you're a liberated woman. Amazing, Jenny. And that's a really good thing. It's a good thing to free yourself. But the thing about life is that we sometimes put ourselves in cages. We put doubts in our mind because of other people. Other people plant seeds of doubt into us, try to keep us down, try to break our spirit. But we are the one that have to allow ourselves to be free. You, you have to allow yourself to be free and stop having that conversation. And that's why it's a mindset shift. We have to shift our mind. We have to shift gears into what we allow ourselves to think about. What do I think about myself? What is my own self talk? Because whether you realize it or not, each of us has self talk. And self talk is the words that you say to yourself. When you tell yourself whether I can do great things, or you tell yourself I can't do things, or you'll make some excuses, but that is your self talk. You have to go and think from time to time, check in on yourself. And have I been doubting myself? Have I not been going after what I should do? Have I been taking care of myself, my overall wellness? All of those things are important for our overall well being. And why it's important to think about how you are treating yourself, because when we don't treat ourselves good, guess what? Other people start treating us the way we treat ourselves. If you ever notice, sometimes when you're getting some weird treatment or people are coming at you in a strange way, not always, but sometimes it's because of how we are talking to ourselves, treating ourselves, or when we're doing double talk. We'll say, oh, yeah, I won't do that. But then you go back and you do it anyways. So this is just for us to, readjust our thinking, encourage ourselves, and to let ourselves know that you're capable, you're worthy, and you're deserving. Now, let's get into talking about some of these reasons how we can get into this concentration of our life. Reminding ourselves, this is my life. This is your life, a message of concentration. Now, one of the things that is very important when we talk about our life is our ultimate peace of mind. Now, if you don't have peace of mind in your life, you don't have much, right? We have to be in a position to have peace because we're constantly seeking it. We're searching for it. But also, it's the choices that you make. Our choices and our peace of mind goes together. If you make choices to be negative, you will get more negativity. If you choose to be down, then you will stay down. But it's always constantly paying attention, like, how are they talking to me? Are they respecting me? Am I allowing people to disrespect me just because they're my relative or my friend or my spouse, my significant other, my friend? No. Remember whose life it is. And we have to make some adjustments sometimes, that some people, they go left, or they try you, or they disrespect you, and you have to be able to have enough courage to say, no, you will not treat me that way. You will not disrespect me. Okay? No matter who it is, it does not matter. We are the ones that have to love ourselves and take the control to keep our power. Because if we don't, we'll find ourselves saying yes to all of these people, right? All these people we know in our life. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah. And you become the yes woman, or you become the yes man without even your knowledge, especially when it comes on the job, with friends, with your spouse, significant other, your relative, your children. You always find yourself like, oh, okay, I didn't want to, I'm tired, but I'll do it. So you're saying one thing, but you're putting out a different energy. Whatever energy that you come into your day with, into the moment, into whatever conversations, make sure you have made up your mind as to what you want to do. And once you make up your mind, stick to it. Remember whose life it is. My life, your life. Okay. And it's very important for us to be focused on, okay, what am I doing with my life? Especially when it comes to getting whatever our money together, our financial situation, making sure that we are doing what we need to do first for ourselves, because I know I've done it. so many times helping and supporting other people, and then next thing your bills are late, or you don't have the funding because you're helping them, or they will mess up your credit, and so on and so forth. So it's very important for us to realize who we are, what we deserve, and stay on that path to keep ourselves focused. Remember, what we think about, what we focus on, who we concentrate on, it shows where we are going to go. What's the direction of our life and how strong we're going to feel. There's so many times that we don't feel strong enough, like our energy is low, our vibration is low. We start to feel negative because we're allowing other people to get us down. We're allowing other people to get inside of our head. And that's why it's very important to encourage ourselves with positive messages like this one today. um, what am I focusing on, whether things are going great in your life right now or things are so or it's terrible. What are you focusing your mind? Because where your line of thinking, where your train of thinking goes, that is what how you start to think how your life is. We are a product of what we think about. And if you constantly think about negative things, and if you constantly allow other people to project their negativity onto you, and then you start listening to it and believing it, you will get taken all the way down. You will lose everything you have financially. Listening to other people. That's why you have to know what you want and then choosing how you're going to focus your energy. It's very important for us to focus our energy on positive things, and to not align ourselves with negative people. Negative people will always be in our life. We can't stop that. Okay. We can't stop people from being negative. We can't stop people from how they think about us. But we are the ones that have to make a choice. Okay. You have to make a choice. I have to make a choice every day how I'm going to choose to look at my life, what I'm going to choose to do. We're not going to make excuses. See, that's what people who are not inspired, encouraged, and motivated for their life, they allow other people, right? They allow other people to manipulate, use, take from them, and then they just go along with it. So you are the one that have to make a choice on what I choose to focus on. I have to make a choice to what I focus on. You have to make a choice about what you're going to focus on. Yes, we are, Roxanne. Absolutely serious. And that's why it's so important, who you have in your circle. Who are the people that we surround ourselves by, what we listen to. Because if you keep listening to other people's negativity, you will become negative just like them. And that's the reason why I wanted to have this conversation and talk to all of you motivators, family, because we allow ourselves to get distracted, get lose focus, because the persons that we are around have lost their focus. We can't find ourselves in another person. We can't always be the supportive person. We cannot save everybody. It's not our job to be everybody else's savior. We cannot be everybody's a source of support. Yes, we can be supportive, but we can never be someone's full source of support. It's very important for us to get that and understand it, and then live our life that way. I can help you when I can. I can help you when I can afford to, but I will never allow anybody to stop me from what I am going to do. That's why it's important to have your goals, your agendas, to know your direction and your foundation. And that's the reason why a lot of people who they may want to do better in their life and then they don't, because they don't believe in themselves enough. Now, I'm not discounting anybody, but it's very important for us to remind ourselves, even when we are going through something, even when we are strong, You have to constantly reaffirm that in your mind. Yes, I'm a strong person. Yes, I can do great things. But you have to realize the people who are taking from you, using you, playing games with you, trying to manipulate you, trying to take your money, trying to put you down, trying to step on you, people who are trying to break your spirit. You have to pay attention to all of those things, because if you don't, you will start getting weak without your knowledge. You will start to feel some type of way about yourself. You will start to doubt yourself. And we can never allow anybody to cause us to doubt ourselves. Why is that? Because we are somebody. You are somebody. You are worthy. And I cannot allow anybody to break my spirit and take me down. Amen on that. Never allow somebody to take you down. Never allow another person to break your spirit. Never allow a person who doesn't know what's going on in your life to tell you how your life is. There's always going to be people from the peanut gallery, right? Their mouth is going a million miles a minute. They have so much to say about you. They have so much to say to other people, right? There's always got their mouth is just going. They have so much judgments. They have so much words of advice. They have so much that they have to say about you. But look at their life. Their life is messed up. They're jacked up. They're not doing what they need to do with their life. They have no focus. They don't love themselves. They don't have healthy and good relationships, but yet they are trying to tell you how you should live your life. See, pay attention to that. Pay attention. We must pay attention to the people that are around us, because you become a reflection of who you associate with. You do. Yes, serious. What consumes your mind controls your life. Amen to that. Hey, realist one, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here. Hope all is well with you. Mod on deck. Yes, it's so important for us to get that and to understand that every single one of us has power. And one thing that I know for sure that I have learned in my personal growth, and the reason why I do not allow other people to fully overtake me anymore, is because I know what I deserve. I know who I am. I know who I belong to. I know who is there for me. I know what I can do. I know my power. And I also know what I have ahead of me. See, that's the reason for this message on today, the message of concentration. We have to stop concentrating our efforts and our time on people who don't care about themselves. You see them. You see them every day. They don't care about themselves. They dress anyhow. They do anyhow. They treat people anyhow. But that doesn't mean you have to. Remember, this is your life. This is my life. And I have to make choices on who I'm going to align myself with, what I'm going to focus on. And just because they're negative, just because they're lazy, just because they don't want things, that doesn't mean that you have to, that I have to believe that about myself. See, once we elevate our own mind, once we have that power, the power from within, and it is strong and it is at peace. When you're at peace here inside of you, when you're at peace in here, nobody, no, whatever, tactic, whatever manipulation, whatever thing that people say, nobody can stop what is going on inside. And that's one thing that people don't understand. People will always try to come and break your spirit. People will always try to come and put their neck on you to try to break you down. They will always tend to project the way that they think onto you, that you think like I do. No, I don't think like I think how I think, because I know my worth. So don't let another person stop you from believing in yourself, stop you from your goals. Okay. I'm going to put the link here in the chat because I only have one more point. And then I'm going to move on. So it's really important for us to understand and learn to respect our own self. Remember, this is your life, and the things that you concentrate your mind on is where you will go. And for me, I started to lose my focus. I started to feel sad. I was like not mentally in a good space because I was allowing other people's negativity to come into me. I let it inside of my force field, inside of my bubble. I allow that. So that's why it's so important for us to concentrate our mind on ourself. Am I okay? Am I good? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? That's what it's about right there. Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? We cannot change what other people do. How other people live their life and what they do, and their lack of motivation, their lack of being encouraged and enthusiastic, their lack of joy, their lack of peace, whether they love themselves or not, has nothing to do with us. All we can do is focus on ourselves. That's why this is a very important message. What you are thinking about, what you concentrate your mind on, is where you're going to go, and also where you're not going to go. Because if you always tell yourself, I can never afford to do that, I can't do this, or I can't do that, I'm too young, I'm too old, I don't have support, we can always have an excuse if we want to. If you don't want to do something in your life, it's better to just say, I'm not ready to do it, and start and keep working on yourself until you put yourself in a position to do it. But never tell yourself that you can't. Never make the excuse, because people say excuses all day long. If you want to do something, whether you can afford to or not, you'll make it happen. There's always a way around. There's always a back door or a window that you can open. There's many ways to get to your solution, to get to where you want to go. It doesn't always have to be the straight and narrow or to the left or the right. There's always a way if you want there to be a way. And that's something that we each have to learn, all of us motivators, that when I realize that it's my life, I realize that I want certain things, but what am I willing to do in order to have the life that I want? What am I willing to change? And let me tell you that change is one of the hardest things ever in this life. It's so hard to make changes. It really is. Because it means unlearning the negative. It means putting a new narrative within our mind. It is. It's putting a new narrative, like, oh, I was always told that I can never do something, and now it's hard for me to believe in myself. But, taking little steps. Okay, I'm going to do this one thing. And when you do something and you achieve it, and then you see, I can do it. Once you start to strengthen and you see you can do something, and then you celebrate yourself and say, I doubted myself. See, that is the issue with many of us motivators. We doubt ourselves. We doubt our ability to do things because of life and situations and other people and listening to people and their projections and yada, yada, yada. The list can go on and on, the reasons why we don't do something. But I'm here to tell whoever needs to hear it. But you have every reason to, even with the odds stacked against you, even if the life that you led, even if your situation, your finances, your health, if you want to do something with your life, if you want to have peace in your life, if you want better for your life, you'll make it happen. See, we are not one that we don't make excuses. We're not going to blame other people. No, we're not doing that, because we're mature, we're motivated, and we know our worth and purpose. And because we know our worth and our purpose, we're going to keep working on the plan until the plan works. I remember when my mentor told me that, and that got me recharged, because I was just like, the plan is not working. The plan is not working. It doesn't mean that it's, when we hear a no, sometimes that no can get us discouraged and make us like slow down or just give up and say it's not going to work. But right at the moment where you could just catapult into your next level, that's where we throw in the towel. So it's my encouragement to every single one of you motivators, that whatever, if you're in a new beginning, a new chapter in your life, congratulations. This is an opportunity for you to grow into whatever it is that you want. We can always shape our life and mold it into whatever it is that we want it to be. We don't have to have certain people in our life. I know for myself, for a very long time, I tried to talk myself into, like, I wouldn't give up the thought that certain people didn't want to be in my life. I think it's that fear of rejection. We don't want to be rejected. So we accept the toxic way of other people loving us. And we say, well, that's how they love us. But just because that's the way they want to give us love, it does not mean we have to receive it. And that is the reason for talking about the concentration. How do we focus on the way other people love us? Do we allow people to treat us disrespectfully? Do we allow people to talk to us any type of way? Do we allow ourselves to tell other people our personal and private business? The ones that we know don't care for us. You know they don't care about you. You know they don't rock with you. You know all of these things. So why do you keep allowing them to treat you like trash? Okay. Hi, Siegfried. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for being here. A happy Wednesday to you. Um, I think that is so important for us to get that and to understand and to lock that into our brain, that everybody that we care about, everybody that comes into our life does not want the best for us. They don't. Everybody that we care about doesn't care about us back. We have to realize that. We have to understand, and we have to move according to that plan, right? Move according to that plan. If we see that they don't care about us, if you see that they're using you, if you see that they're playing games, stop concentrating your time. Okay? Don't concentrate your time. Don't concentrate your effort, your energy on people who don't care about you, on people who don't understand you, or the people who only are there for what they're going to get. We really have to pay attention to those things. We can't focus our energy and our time into people that we know will never change. And this message is for somebody. If you realize that somebody is toxic and using you and manipulating you, don't think that you're going to change them, because you can't. You can't change anybody. All you can do is change your reaction, your time, and your effort towards that person. There are some people that don't deserve to be in our life, okay? They don't. No matter how much, no matter if you're related to them by blood, no matter who they are in our life, some people don't deserve to have you. They don't deserve your time, your effort, your energy, and your love. We must respect our own self. They will never respect you. They will never make changes. They will never care about you. So stop wasting your time and your effort on them, and pour that effort back into yourself. One of the biggest things in life is having the courage, having the strength, the wherewithal to say, I deserve more than that. That's power, motivators. That is power. It is a powerful thing when you know who you are, when you know what you deserve, and then you act according to that. I will treat myself in a respectful way. I will not let other people walk all over me. I will not tell other people my business that I know don't care about me. I will not wait for a person to mature. I'm not going to do it. And you don't do that either. Okay? Don't allow people to play games with your money. Now, let's get into talking about the concentration of your money. Now, I know that money is a very sensitive topic, and I know I have to walk on eggshells on this one because people are very sensitive when it comes to money, but it's a very important thing to talk about. That I know that all of you motivators, you work hard, either you're working hard or previously you worked hard for your money. things are expensive. Things are hard to come by. So we have to take care of our things, but also we have to be careful about how freely we open up our hands, our wallet, our debit card, our credit cards for other people. We are concentrating so much on supporting them, but they don't care about us. They constantly make poor decisions. They constantly do things that hurt us and disappoint themselves. And yet we keep bailing them out time after time after time. When are we going to learn the lesson? We have to learn to concentrate on our personal efforts, on what you are supposed to do. See, when you know your worth, like I know you do, I know you respect yourself, I know you love yourself. But when it comes to our relatives, our children, we tend to not really think that things apply to them, and it does. Please stop giving your money away to people who waste it, or people who make poor decisions, or they made that bed. So you have to allow people to learn the lesson for themselves. And I know that I'm speaking to the mothers and the fathers and the aunties and the grandmas and the fathers and the uncles and everybody who loves certain people, but you see that they constantly make poor decisions, or they've aligned themselves with other people who are letting them drain their finances. So, because they have made that decision, we have to allow them to stay in that and learn the lesson. You made that choice. You are going to have to get yourself out of it. When we do that, we show people, we show people, okay? And it is so hard. We have to show people that I love you, but I love myself more. And I want you all to love yourself enough to say no to people that you know are using you. Love yourself enough to do that for yourself. Okay? I know, puzzle pieces. And it is a hard thing. It is a hard thing to say no to people that you love, because we want to be there for them. We want to do all of those things, but we were the ones that were responsible. We were the ones that worked hard, and many times backbreaking, mentally exhausting, all of those things. We put in so much work and effort to make our money, so much effort to get good credit, so much effort to do all of these and make plans. And then they just come along and just say, thank you, thank you, thank you, constantly taking, thank you. And they always open up their hand. Hey, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Their hand is always out. Can you help me? And as much as they put out their hand, you keep shelling it out. So how are they going to learn the lesson? If they know that they can always come to you and you will always bail them out, they will never learn. They will never learn. And I know that it's a hard thing. Don't get me wrong, motivators. It is hard to learn the lesson. Very hard. It's hard to tell your children. It's hard to tell your spouse. It's hard to tell your siblings. It's hard to tell your children. It's hard to tell your workmates, your work associates. No, because you're taking so much from me. But you have to do that. You have to draw a line in the sand, and you have to set boundaries. See, when I said this message, a message of concentration, we will focus so much of our efforts on concentrating into doing what we need to do, right? Okay. We're always doing what we have to do. You do the right thing, right? You show up on time. You have a positive attitude. You're doing everything right. All the pluses are on your side. I'm doing what I'm supposed to, right? But other people in your life, that even if you're doing what you want to do, you only have so much fingers and toes that you can count on. Like, okay, I got 10 fingers. I got, I have my 10 toes. So, okay. Oh, this person needs me. Listen, the next thing, all your funds, your energy, your time is depleted, helping them, supporting them. And next thing, And next thing, you start getting sick. God forbid, I don't want to speak that over anybody's life, but my mom used to always say, if you don't sit down, God is going to sit you down. Okay. And I had to learn that lesson for myself. There are some times that we have to show up for us. You got to show up for you first. We have to give God something to bless. Okay. James says, if you keep having to get bailed out, then that bucket will eventually get a hole in it and it won't be able to hold water. Exactly, James. You can't keep bailing out everybody. You can't. I had to learn that lesson for myself. No matter how much I love myself, no matter how much I love them, I know for sure I was loving them more. I had put them higher than I put myself. Okay. Thank you, her. Appreciate it. I had to change that. I had to change that narrative in my mind, because many times we were taught to support, to love, that you have to, and we have to change that narrative in our own mind. I don't have to. I don't have to do anything for anybody. What I have to do is I have to be mentally stable. And if you follow behind and if you concentrate all your energy on them and their energy is negative, you're going to start becoming negative. So what you choose to concentrate your mind on is what you become. Okay. And you're going to become negative. You're going to become, next thing, you'll be in the poorhouse. You will probably lose your home or your house or your sanity or all of the above, listening to negative people, being around toxic people and toxic energy. It is exhausting. It is exhausting supporting people who don't support themselves. You have to support yourself first. You have to put in the oxygen mask on yourself first. And if you don't, then you can't complain about your life. You can't complain about the things that you're not willing to change. And I know people do it every day. They complain about, what they're going through, what they're dealing with. But if you don't have the courage enough to change your life, then this is what your life is going to be. Your life is going to be negative until you allow it to be positive. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Yes, and until we allow ourselves to be positive, then if we don't allow ourselves to be positive, then you know, if we don't allow ourselves to be positive, then we will always be negative. And I had to let myself win. I think everything started shifting in my life when I believed that about myself. That it's my life. It's your life. And my amount of peace in my life, my amount of power and energy, my amount of enlightenment, my allotment of joy can't be mine if I'm letting other people take it away. If other people are taking out more than we're depositing, I did that for such a long time. And I allowed so much. And I had to take ownership of that. I allowed people to run all over me. I allowed people to use me. I allowed people to talk to me any type of way because I was a person that I did not want confrontation. I don't want you to, okay, then I'll do it because I don't really want to say that disappoints me or that hurts my feelings or that I'm tired or that I can't afford it or whatever it is that I'm going through, because all other people do is care and concentrate on fulfilling their own objectives. But if you don't fulfill your own and learn to say no and mean it, they will take you out of this world. These people in our life, we think that they love us so much, right? You believe that. And the whole thing about it is that I had to get that into my own mind and my own brain, that just because I care about them does not mean they care about me. And that hurts. It hurts a lot to say that the people that I love don't love me, or it's that they love you, but their love is not on your level. Okay. They're not willing to give you some consideration, some peace, checking on you, supporting your mental health. They're not understanding of what you're going through. They don't care, but you are the one that has to care about yourself. I'm the one that has to care about me. That's not anybody else's job or responsibility but mine. It's nobody's job but mine to love myself. I had to put that oxygen mask on myself. I was like, I'm wearing myself out, going, and I'm going nowhere, because no matter how hard I'm working, no matter how much I'm doing, no matter how much I was saving financially, if you have more coming out than going in, you will always be in the negative. That's the message. If you don't have more coming in than going out, you will be in the negative. And I was in the red all the time, always tired all the time, so exhausted. And it's because I was working too hard. I wasn't giving myself a day off to relax, because even in my off time, I still was supporting other people. I still was helping other people. I still wasn't saying no, even though I was tired. So I had to learn to start concentrating on me. Even if you're mad, even if you don't like it, even if you cuss me out, even if whatever, I have to take care of me. I have to put on my own oxygen mask, because I am valuable. And you have to train other people that way. They may not like it, but that's not my problem. That's theirs. It's not your responsibility to mature other people. It's not your job to support everybody else's mental health, but meanwhile your mental health is like you're losing it yourself. So we have to learn some balance. Okay, we do. We have to learn balance, and balance is so important. I'm going to, let's see, i'm going to open up another I'm going to open up another tab, so I can put in where I'm going to be going to in about 20 minutes. I don't know if Miss of ourself. If we don't take care of ourselves, who is going to? I put so much time into being so supportive, and all people will say is you're a good person. I hate to say it like in this dismal, dark way, but all people will say when you pass is they were a good person. That's all they'll say. You were a good person. So I had to start saying to myself, I love myself enough to say no. I love myself enough to make changes. I love myself enough to fill up my own cup and know that I deserve to be respected. I deserve to get everything that I want and I need. I deserve that. And there's nobody that can give you that power and that stance in life until you do. I had to give myself that permission to win. Okay. And I say that to all of you. Give yourself that permission to win. Until you give yourself the permission to win, until you give yourself that permission to change, and what you're thinking about and what you're concentrating your effort and your energy on, you will always stay stuck in that negative space. You will always stay stuck not having this financially. If you're always giving it away, how can you keep any of it? If you're giving away all of your peace of mind, how can you have any? So I had to learn how to love myself, and it's a new standard. And it's not something that they teach in school, which I think that they should. Spending quality time with yourself, learning to enjoy your own company, restoring your mental health, taking a day off, getting your sleep, adequate rest, and also making sure you get some concentration into what it is that you're good at. If we're always doing things that we don't like, and as adults, we have to be adulting and we have to be mature. So, not everything that we do is things that we want to do. Like sometimes we have to work and you don't want to work. You have to do all of these things in life that you don't want to do. But you also have to make sure you're putting some things into your life that you enjoy, things that are important to you, like your mental health, like your getting your exercise, like taking care of yourself. All of those things are so important for us to be okay. And sometimes we're not okay because we're concentrating so much on other people and what they want and what they need, and we push ourselves to the side, and that's not a good thing. So I see Miss Nexie here in the background. Let's welcome her to the show.
Hello, Miss Marlene.
Hi, Miss Nexie. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
It's a beautiful, beautiful topic. A lot of us have children, right? And they take a lot of our time growing up. But we have to make sure that in between raising the kids, we're taking time to reevaluate ourselves, to make sure that we are doing the right things needed to do as a grown up, as an individual. And one of the things that I always did for myself is I always had a day or two of me time
Hmm.
to recharge my energy, to refocus, because sometimes, like I said, you're on the day or to day with the kids, taking them to school, taking them to practices, taking them to swim meets, whatever it is that you're doing. There's always something that you're doing with them, so your days are so consumed by their needs that you forget about your own. So I always make sure that I took, a couple of days at least every month. And if not, if I was too busy, then I will do it every 2 months. A day of me hiking somewhere, going somewhere on my own, just to, reset. Because it is important for us to have a clear mind of what we're doing, what we want our children to learn from us, and you know what I mean, things like that.
Yes, I do understand what you mean, Miss Nexie, because so much times we are putting, so much effort into supporting our family, especially when you have children, and you're not giving that same to yourself.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And in the same process, with my kids, I've always told them since they were little, as they were getting older, I would always tell them, I'm your mom. As a mom, I'm always going to be there for you as much as I can. I can help you as your mother for, rent money once or twice if you ever need it, food money once or twice if you ever need it, electric bill, phone bill once or twice if you ever need it. I will never, ever give you bail money. I will never give you boost money. I will never give you D money. I will never do that. So you can count on me for everything else once or twice, because there won't be a third time. You have to get your crap together. But I will help you accept when it comes to you breaking the law. At that point, buddy, you're on your own. It's like you don't have a mom.
Yeah, and I like that you put it out there. Your I can't think of the word. Your boundaries. They
Yes.
knew what to expect from you. And it's so important for us to set boundaries with our children, set boundaries with your spouse or anybody that you love, so that you don't deplete all of yourself. Because I did that for a really long time. I put so much effort and time into supporting, supporting them, that I wasn't putting any effort into supporting myself.
Yeah, exactly. And you see, again, it, many of us, because we're raising them, they're little, right? We forget that they will become adults, individuals that are going to make their own decisions, that are going to, make their own mistakes. Overprotecting them doesn't help them at all, doesn't teach them anything. So making sure that they have a clear mind of, yes, I'm your parent, I will be there, but there is a limit of what I can do and will do for you, because I have to put the limit on myself, not on you, on myself. And it makes, it has to, I don't know, for some reason it has to, you can have a good relationship. It has a good effect on the relationship you have with your kids. Now, with other family members, I've said it before, I can help them once, and maybe a second time if something bad happens, but it's not going to be all the time. And it's not going to be that you're going to be coming to me all the time. Not anymore. I used to be like that, when my kids were little, younger. I used to be like that, but until when I started working on myself, I was like, nope, nope, it's not gonna happen, because you work hard for your money. You work
Mhm.
hard to align everything so you can have a day or two off, Marlene, for yourself.
Mhm.
Giving up that day to help somebody else, then what was the whole point of you moving your schedule around and hopping and
Yeah.
hopping around? Can you do this? Can you take this one so I can have
Mhm.
these 2 days together? And then you give it
Exactly.
up to somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, we have to, as selfish as it sounds, for our
Mhm.
peace of mind, we have to put ourselves first.
We do. And that's one of the things, Nexi, that I didn't realize how important it was to, to give back to myself. I didn't realize how important it was until, like, I literally almost had a breakdown, a mental breakdown, physical, like I was physically breaking down because I was working so hard and I was burning the candle at both ends. It's like, this because we,
Hmm.
the type of job that we do, like we work so hard and you're doing a physically, mentally exhaustive job. But then when you go home, you got a physically, mentally exhaustive atmosphere at home too. So you have to learn a balance. Okay, I'm going to have to cut back a little bit on work because unfortunately, sometimes our situations in our home environment, we can't change that. That's what it is.
Hmm.
It's just what it is. So you know that you're going to have to cut back in other things so that you will not, like, be unalived.
Yeah, you have to make sure that you're protecting your mental health, because you're
Mhm.
the only one that is responsible for that, for yourself. We help so many people, Marlene. I have helped plenty of family members. I have helped my children a lot. I have helped friends, from many stages in life, a lot. But guess what? When I'm having problems, when I'm having a hard time with, myself, my mental health, nobody comes to the rescue.
Yep.
They're all busy. They don't care. They can't. Oh, I wish I could, but I already made plans with so and so. Oh, that day, oh, I'm so sorry.
Ah,
Yeah, that's the day that I had to do this and this and that. They don't put their plans, on hold for you. And that's the one thing that we need to understand, is that grown people, including our children,
mm-hmm.
they're adults. Once they're adults, they come in a package with everybody else. At least that's the way I see them. You know, I have learned that they're not little anymore, and it's something I had to learn. And I've told you this before. I had to
Mhm.
learn that they're not little. They're not. They don't need to be rescued anymore. They're
Yep.
just acting up or being lazy, not doing what they're supposed to be doing if they're asking you for help all the time, right? My kids are not like that, but so
Interesting.
for me, whenever I ask someone, and sometimes it's just a test, okay? Oh, I'm not feeling well, I don't know. I'm so drained. What are you doing tomorrow? Oh, well, like if I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask for something, I'm not asking for anything, Marlene, but I throw the bait just to see, and everybody's
You see
busy.
what they will do.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you tell someone how you feel. Oh, I'm sick. I have a cold. Not one person comes with the soup.
Yep.
Oh, let me go make you some tea. At least let me do that. Let me bring you something. Or
Hmm.
check on you a day later or at night. Nobody does that. All
Yep.
the people that you have helped. So going through that, throughout the years, it has put me in this mode of I have to take care of
Yep.
myself. My mental health is my responsibility. I
It is.
cannot leave it up to Marlene to make me feel better or come running from wherever she is to take care of me. Because I,
Mhm.
I have learned that, people that I have done that for are never there for me. So I had to put myself first. I had to do everything, put everything aside. I had to make sure that I was taken care of by me. You know what I mean? Because it was by nobody else. And planned around me, not around anybody else. If people fit in whatever I'm planning or whatever I'm doing, hey, good for them.
Yep.
Because this is a chance of a lifetime. This is my time. So if you fit in it, good. And if you don't, guess what? I'm not gonna lose any sleep. I'm gonna save money actually, because I
Yeah.
don't have to pay for it.
A lot of money and a lot of peace of mind.
Because I don't have to treat you to lunch, feel guilty like, oh right, she came with me. I'm gonna buy her some dinner. No, I'm just kidding. But I had to learn and unlearn a lot of those, because that's a bad behavior.
Mhm.
That's I don't
That's
know if it's bad behavior or bad trait. I don't know what it is that we that's wrong with us, that we always want to help everybody.
Yep.
I don't know what it is that we have. I don't know what's wrong with us,
I
Marlene.
think, you know what I think it is? I think it's us growing up and being accustomed to thinking that us bending over backwards all the time for other people is normal,
Mm.
and it's not. For my mom always told me, I know it doesn't sound nice, but she said tit for tat. I help you, you help me. If you don't help me, I can't help you. And that's not all the time, but it should be your norm. You can't continue to support everybody that doesn't support you. That's unreasonable. That's kind of weird. That's weird to keep
Yeah,
supporting
it
people.
is.
Yeah.
Exactly, Marlene, and that's why for me, I have to put limits on everything that I do, and including my adult children. I know that people, we're not trying to step or disrespect anyone, right? It's our opinion. We're not trying to tell you this is how you're supposed to do it. No, we're not telling you that. We're telling you how I'm telling you how I do it, and how I know my friend Marlene does it. That everybody is got to look out for themselves. I can help you once or twice, and everything else, you're on your own. Good luck with that. The third
Yeah.
time, if you call me a third time, I'm like, okay, good luck with whatever your problem is. Bye.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, and all I can tell you is I'm sorry to hear that."
Yeah.
No, and
I hope you
then
find someone.
no, and then you're like, "Oh, what? I oh, oh, we have a bad connection."
Did I try to do that to you on a text last week? Um, I did try to do that, right, Marlene, on a text?
Yeah.
Bad
Mhm.
connection. No,
Bad
again,
connection.
again, it's we have to stand up for ourselves. We need to sometimes approach these topics with a little bit of humor because it's painful when you
It is.
come to the realization that people have been taking advantage of your kindness for years,
Oh
and
my
that when
goodness.
it is turn for them to return a little bit. You're not asking for everything, just a little bit because you're in need. Nobody steps up to the plate. When you come to that realization, we have to, so that we don't lose, our healthy minds, and we don't lose our marbles, as they say it. We have to put a little bit of humor in it so that we can
Yeah.
tolerate it, so that it doesn't hurt us as much as it should, because we are expecting others to, it's not that we do it so we can receive back, but because you are so kind, you expect others to be as kind as you are, in
Yep.
a weird type of way.
Yep. And it's not never gonna happen. They're never gonna
Mm.
give you what you want to give them.
And it's funny because um I had to listen to this message today, and this is what I was telling you earlier, because I
Mhm.
just got someone ask me for a loan, someone
Okay.
that this is that second or third time, and I was about to go and say, you know what, if she needs it, let me help her. I'll see when it's gonna. And I had to hear you today and listen to your message so that I can come back and say, whoa, 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 hold on. No,
Nope. Nope.
nope,
Nope.
because you're going to need that money. Our taxes is like, they're right around the corner. And if they don't give it back to you before then, you're going to be short to pay back. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, so I was like, I had to hear this message today. I had to be here. And you
Wow.
had to deliver that message today, Marlene. Thank you for that.
I didn't even know I was supposed to, but
Uh,
I would love to continue this topic, but just about to go over to my next channel and do my
yes,
live.
ma'am. Let's do
So
this.
thank you so much, Miss Nexie, for coming up, and to everybody in the chat. Thank you all so much. To one of my next live stream on Life with Marlene, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Miss Nexie, in chat.
You're very welcome, Marlene. Thank you for having me. Bye, chat.
Bye bye, everybody.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, oh, hey, yeah. Whoa, yeah.